I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. I'm here today to do a review on the Halon from Mathews. It's new for 2016 and it's just come in. In fact, this is the only one I have in store. So I want to do a quick review on it. I'm not going to do a speed test. That will come in a later date because I have to do it outside. I just want to compare the way this bow shoots. Now, one of the reasons I want to do this bow is because I watched reviews from Dan McCarthy, Alex Waffler, I think I saw another one from a Mathews shooter, and they said this is the most accurate bow they've ever shot. Now, they're shooting the Halon X, and the Halon X just won Nîmes, an indoor championship. So a 35-inch hunting bow won the indoor championship in Nîmes and Lancaster, and they got into the finals at Vegas. They didn't win, but they did very, very well. So this intrigued me that a hunting bow could have this level of accuracy, and all the Mathews shooters, pro shooters, swap to this from the target bows. So before I talk about this bow, I want to just go over the other Mathews. This is the Mathews HTR, so basically no cam, and it looks basically the same. But there's a massive difference between these two bows. Besides the cam difference, you've got the huge cams versus the smaller no cams. The weight difference in these bows seems quite pronounced. They have a different riser. So the riser on the Halon seems a lot chunkier. And when I say chunky, it seems wider through here. And they've got this like little bridge system here and a bridge system down the bottom. The HTR doesn't have these bridges. And to me, the bow feels a lot lighter. The HTR, this is the Chill R, has big cams, and they're a different cam to the Halon. So with the Halon is even a bigger cam than the Chill R. Now Mathews specs say the Halon shoots at 352 feet per second, making it an extremely fast bow. The Chill, I think, is rated at about 340, and the no cam is rated about 320. So given that, you would expect the Halon very, very hard to draw. And you'd expect it not to be a target bow. Now, given the fact all their target shooters are shooting this bow, it kind of intrigued me, so I'm interested to do a review, and that's the purpose of this. So the first thing I want to compare is the weight. So this bow to me feels quite heavy, which would be more than suitable for target archery, because target bows tend to be very, very heavy because it creates more stability. So the weight of this bow doesn't surprise me at all that the target shooters are shooting it. So the weight of this bow in the Mathews specs is about a 4.6. Now I've got a sight on this and a whisker biscuit, and it's coming up at 5.1 pounds. Now compare that to the HTR, which to me feels like a light bow. I'll just reset it. This also has a sight and a whisker biscuit. That's 4.3, so a pound, almost a pound lighter. And you can feel it as a bow. It feels significantly lighter. Now, it's not one of the lightest bows made, because there's obviously bows in the 3 pound mark. And in the mid 3 pounds, but for a hunting rig, this feels more than adequate in weight. Because for hunting, hunters carry their bow around all day, and not in America, because lots of Americans will sit in trees and stuff. But in Australia, we tend to walk all day with a bow. The weather tends to be a bit average. So the bow weight here I find to be quite important for hunters. Hunters tend to like a lighter bow. So and we'll weigh the Chill. So this is a Chill R. The Chill R has been on the market for years. It's been used for target archery. Now this one doesn't have a sight, doesn't have a whisker biscuit. That's weighing in a little bit over 4 pounds. Now there was a girl that came in my shop, extremely good shot shooting one of these, and I shoot a Chill R. And she was just popping them all in 10s, and I was really, really impressed with the Chill. But that gets me back to the the Halon. Now the Halon is a much, much heavier bow. So I'd expect for target archery and for 3D archery and field archery that this is going to be a big hit. So what I want to do now, price point on this in America is about $1,100, which is things about the same as the Chill, which would be similar to the the NoCam HTR. So it's basically top of the line bows. So you're comparing this to all the top of the line bows. So for in Australia, the type of market I'd be looking at for this bow would be the field shooter, who's, you know, ABA, 3D sort of shooter, who's looking for more stability in the bow, because you're limited to stabilizer size for hunting. In competition, you're limited to 12 inches, and you're going to get more stability with this bow because it's heavier. So now we're interested in how this bow draws, because remember it's rated at 352 feet per second, and how this bow feels to shoot. So we're going to take this to the shooting range and shoot a couple of arrows with it, and I'm actually going to group some arrows. We'll hopefully try and group some arrows with it and see how it groups, because the professionals, they raved about the bow, and I've seen them shoot really, really well with the bow, but I never actually saw them shoot in their reviews with the bow. So I'm going to actually shoot some arrows with this. And then I'll do another review and do a speed test comparing the three Mathews. And I normally compare other bows which would compete with this bow on price, like the Bears, the PSEs, the Hoyts. But for me, this is a kind of a different Mathews. It was a bit of like a Chill, and then it was, you know, more weight. It's a bit of a mix between a Wake and a Chill. So I was kind of interested in how this bow shot. I'm very interested in how the HDX shoots. That being more target orientated, being 30 inches, 35 inches axle to axle. This is a 30-inch bow, axle to axle, if I've got that wrong. So there's a Chill R. You can see it's longer axle to axle. This is 30 inches. It's adjustable by modules, so if you want to change the modules on this, you've got to buy new modules. They'd be probably around $80 Australian each, 50 in America. You have roller bearings on the side here, which is standard on all the Mathews. The limbs are significantly wider on this bow than the previous Mathews. So if you look at the Chill, very, very thin compared to the Halon. Now that's not something unique this year to Mathews. PSE have also done it this year, made their limbs very wide. And PSE said they did it for stability. Mathews, on all the Mathews, have got this little plate at the back here for the bow press to mount the limbs on for when you're pressing the bow, which is nice. The finish on this bow is spectacular. Roller cable guard here to stop vibration. The strings are very similar to what they use on all Mathews, which is a yoke system here, which makes it very hard. You can't tune this bow as far as on the yokes. So it's a twin cam. So basically how this bow comes out of the factory is how you have to shoot it. You really there's no way to adjust this bow. So we're going to take this to the shooting range now and shoot some arrows and see how it shoots. Okay, thanks. Okay, I'm on an 18 meter shooting range here shooting the Halon X from Mathews. Halon X, no, it's the Halon 6, so 6-inch brace sight Halon. Now this is meant to shoot around 253 feet per second, so I'm interested in the draw cycle, and I'm interested in what sort of groups I get with this. Now I'm shooting a lot better lately because I'm shooting every night to practice, and I'm doing weights and stuff to try and get fitter and stronger. So it's going to be interesting to see how this groups. Now I've got no stabilizers, got no peep sight, I've got basic hunting sight, basic whiskey biscuit, so I don't expect to get the same sort of accuracy as I get out of a target bow. Now I do shoot a Chill R, so I'm interested in how this compares to the Chill R. It's definitely heavier. The grip feels pretty much the same. It doesn't have the pointy grip that the Chill's got. They've flattened that off, which probably feels a bit more comfortable to me. So we're just going to compare the draw cycle. It's very solid, but hard, really hard at this point, really hard. It's hitting a valley now, valley, now nothing, like, yeah, and it draws back and it's like you can't do anything, it's just rock solid at this point, and you feel like you're holding no weight. So I'm going to take this shot. Now, the shot itself, when you shoot the shot, there is nothing, no vibration, It's quiet. It's now. My first point is I own a Decree. I shoot a full throttle, which are really fast bows. The Decree's a 355 feet per second bow. I shoot a Chill. To me, this feels faster than the Chill. So, but it doesn't feel the same speed as a Decree, and it's definitely not a full throttle. Full throttle's 370. It feels to me to be like a 340 to 335 feet per second bow, maybe 340s. And we're going to run it through a speed machine in a later video to compare that. But the draw cycle is stiff to start with, but it's such a big valley. When you get in that valley, you know, if you let off your back tension, it's not going to creep on you because there's such a big valley. And when you get it back there, it's rock solid in the draw cycle. Like it's just so comfortable back in the valley. Like the PSEs have got a very short valley, and the PSE engineers say that's for accuracy, because you always have to keep pulling to make it accurate. This bow, you can let that off and it's not going to want to jump out of your hand. Now, I like the bow to shoot. Really nice. The grip was comfortable. I've got no wrist sling. It doesn't want to jump out of my hand. Really, really nice. So this is the second arrow. It's comfortable once I get it back here. Now, I'm shooting 18 meters and I shoot with the big long stabilizers for target archery. And I normally bounce around the 10 mark when I'm aiming. I'm getting more consistent because I'm shooting every night. And I'm shooting this one and I feel like my pin's in the 10. So it feels really well balanced. And it feels like it's really easy to aim. So we'll see how that relates to the arrows which are getting shot down the target. But bear in mind, it's not a target setup. I don't have my target scope, I don't have my target sight, I don't have all that sort of stuff on it. So I'm not expecting my target sort of results. But the actual shot itself feels really nice, it feels easy. I feel like I could shoot it all day, and I feel like I could hold it all day too. So it doesn't surprise me at all that the Mathews shooters, pro shooters, have swapped to the Halon X. Because it's so easy back here. Like the bow. The finish is fantastic on the Mathews. They produce a quality product. The engineering's good. Machine limb pockets. Everything's really, really good quality on it. The dampeners, there's no vibration in the shot. Like the bow a lot. I'd probably, for what I do is I'm a target shooter, so I probably prefer the Halon X for myself. Now for hunting and field, I'd probably prefer my bow to be lighter because I'm running up and down hills all day. And I try and run on a field course. But for target field archery, like if you're shooting 3D competition stuff, this bow is something to consider and to shoot. It's quite a shooter. And I'll spin around now and we'll just see where the arrows went on the target. I can't actually sort of see them. So I'll zoom in, hopefully. So I've got one high 7 up there, but all the rest look like they're in the gold. So I'm not getting the same sort of accuracy as I do with my target bow, but for this sort of setup, this is the first time I shot this bow, I'm pretty happy with that sort of result. I'm finding it's pretty accurate. So when I see the videos from the Mathews shooters and they say this is the best bow they've shot, like I've shot the other Mathews, I've shot the TRGs, I've shot the Chills, I own a Chill. I still like the Chill. Okay, I like the Chill because of the weight. The weight is, almost a pound lighter. But I like these cams better. These are better cams. They feel more solid, and they do have rock mods for the Chill, but I just feel these cams are better. I think Mathews have improved their cams. It's such a big cam, just nice and easy to draw back. So I prefer the Halon to the Chill. And when those Mathews shooters say this is the best bow they've shot, I think what they're saying is the draw cycle is nice, easy to take the shot, and there's no vibration in the shot. So when they say it's the best bow they've shot, I kind of get that. But nice little product Mathews have produced. Can't wait to try their Halon HTX when it comes out. But we'll run this through a speed machine too in the next video I do, and we'll compare this to a couple of the other bows, the Decree, and I'll compare it against the Chill. So I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. Enjoy your archery, and thanks for watching. Bye.